kids. Guess what time it is? Story times with Dandy. Story times with Dandy. Story times with Dandy. Story times with Dandy. Stories, 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 stories.
Hey, over here. Well, hey there, kids. Dandy Spunkmeyer here. I'm just enjoying myself at the park. Say, do you know what I like to do on a day like this? Good guess, but no. You know, I'm like a lot of honorable adults out there. There's nothing that I love more on a day like this than puppies and hookers. There's nothing more I like on a day like this than puppies and strippers. There's nothing I like more on a day like this than a nice hot woman. I love children. Danny, God! There's nothing I like more on a day like this than puppies, maybe some candy, of course, a good old book. In fact, I'd like to show you my very favorite right now. It's called Mr. Whiskers
Goes to the Bank.
In this book, a little fluffy bunny named Mr. Whiskers goes to the bank. But things don't work out in his favor. In fact, he has to go to some pretty extreme measures to get what he wants. We've all been there, haven't we? Say, I have an idea. Do you want to read this book with me? Well, you don't have much of a choice. Wait, don't turn off your TV. We need those ratings, because our ratings are in the shit. Let's get started, shall we? With books, anything is possible.
Mr. Whiskers goes to the bank. Mr. Whiskers was in line in the bank to apply for a loan for his house, like every other Tuesday. But when he finally got to the teller, his application was denied, like every other Tuesday. Later that night at the dinner table, Mr. Whiskers was reaching his breaking point. He hoped his pills would take the edge off, but the fear remained that if he couldn't pay his mortgage, he would have no hole in the ground. Unfortunately, his frustration spilled out onto his family. Through a friend, Mr. Whiskers was able to contact the Cottontails, and he asked them for a job. The Cottontails took Mr. Whiskers under their wing, making him a delivery boy. But Mr. Whiskers got greedy and desperate and began to embezzle money from the Cottontails, but the bookie saw everything. The Cottontails showed up to ask nicely for their money back.
The end. What a good book. You know, these can be found at your local library. Just keep your mind open and that imagination of yours going strong, and you can be anything and anywhere you want to be. I used to work at a library. That is until I went through the same things Mr. Bunny did. You know, I used to work at a library once. That is until I got into the same situation as Mr. Whiskers here. Me and Mr. Belowski wanted so much money from me, but I just couldn't pay it. So I had, please watch my show. Please, I need to pay Mr. Belowski back, or else I won't see my family again. Please watch my show. Please watch my... The producer said if I mentioned anything about the mob again, they would...